Good sunny June morning to y'all today. I cannot stop smiling. I am so excited about today. A lot is going on. Some big changes on the way. Well, mostly big changes for Miranda here. It is her time to shine. Like I have been mentioning in the last two videos, you will notice that I have been removing certain decals from the sides of Miranda here in preparation of what's to come. And you've also probably seen my new logo floating around on coffee cups and a couple t-shirts. Actually, this logo was a redesign from back when I first got my very first logo nearly 5.5 years ago. And I'll show you some of the early logos and how they have changed throughout the years to show the newer rigs that I've had. So I'm really happy to go back to basics, and I feel like this is a little more retro. And again, a big shout out to my logo artist, scorpionagency.com. Eric over there has been designing my logos since I started YouTube pretty much. And if you're looking for some logo work as well for your channel or for your business or anything, shoot on over to his website, scorpionagency.com. More later, but he's also setting up a brand new resource to help RVers, travelers, and full-timers, and that is officedrift.com, where you can find anything from jobs, work, boondocking, RV repair. It is a new resource available for us, so check it out and bookmark officedrift.com. There will be more updates and some new stuff coming on that website as well very soon. As for Miranda, like I said, Scorpion Agency designed this new logo, and it's going to incorporate and kind of mingle, slide in with the rest of what's going on here and not look overbearing, okay? Not look like a rental RV, not look like it's forced or anything, but to fit it in nicely without being too obvious. I miss being able to advertise the channel while on the road. I am driving a mobile billboard, as you can see. So some people might call me a sellout and say, Eric, you're too big in the head. It's got absolutely nothing to do with that. I feel the opportunity to share my channel, to share my work with people that I meet on the road. And I have lost some 30 to 50 new subscribers that I used to gain every day by not advertising the channel. So gonna head over to Fast Signs here in Lacey, Washington, and we'll start with this install. So Fast Signs also has this warehouse available, and this is important both when it gets cold and hot because you can't put the vinyl onto a cold surface. Actually, the first time I did it, I had to park the RV in here overnight, and they had to heat it up to get it to 70 degrees. And in the summertime, it can't be too hot to put the vinyl decals on because they will shrink before you put them on, and then that's bad. So I have prepared all the surfaces. You know the logo that's going to go on the side. Actually, my installer's working on it over here, getting it all measured up to center in between the decals and the side window there. And for the rear of the RV, going with something a little different. Going with the perforated, so we're gonna have a white background and then the decal black, but perforated, kind of like you see on the city buses where the windows are at, so you can still see out the windows, but you can't necessarily see in. Now, I do not have a rear view mirror in the RV, so I don't use the bedroom window for looking out. I use the camera and the cameras. But this way I'm DOT approved, safe, and nobody can complain or anything. And because of the size of the logo, it did have to be broken up into two pieces, so the last bottom part's going to go on there. This is a much different type of 3M vinyl than I've used in the past, by the way. It could possibly be easier to take off in the future, years down the road, if we choose to make some changes. But for right now, it's looking good. I love that gloss black and how it kind of fits in with the existing decals on the side and stuff. So really happy with how that turned out. You know, with the gloss black, we've got so much black. I mean, we got the tinted windows throughout. The tires could be glossy black if I use the tire shine. That decal, and even the Coachman Murata right here is a gloss black decal as well. We need to change this. This should be a cat. This should be Jack's. It'll say Catman Miranda or something. Oh, I need to do that. That would be fun. I just thought of that just now. Yeah. But yeah, I think this really ties the RV together without screaming advertising, but just make it look all complete. My installer is going to do the same thing on the other side where the slide's at, and then I'll show you what that looks like, and then we'll move on to a different one. So he's getting the perfall centered up there. The reason why we're going with a white background is because if I put my black decal on a black tinted window, you're not going to see it at all. So. All right, so let's walk around. It's all done. It's even glossy. Wow. See how the black trim fits the coach, and it just looks stock. It almost looks like it was meant to be there from the factory, and that's what I was going for. I'm really happy with that. Once we get done here, I'll show you what it looks like from the inside, but if you've ever been inside a transit bus or something and you look out the window, you can still see. You just can't see in. So, matter of fact, maybe it would be good to get some perforated window covers for these since they're like low and visible. I don't know. Anyway, next. Oh, hey, let's get all four sides, right? Might as well. Up here, I don't have the cap area to really put a decal like I did in the Class C, but we've got the brow of this massive windshield. See that dark brow up there? It's about 8 inches of brow. You can legally put text under there because it's not blocking your vision and you're allowed the brow anyway. I could legally put text here as well, as this part of the windshield isn't being used. I did check on a few laws, at least here in Washington. Yeah, you have the 8-inch up there, and it's already dark black anyway, so we're going white, nomadic fanatic across the top, just like Yoda. Oh yeah. All right, let's take a peek out the window here. We're at Walmart. It pretty much just looks like a normal window. You have to get really, really close to even see the little circles there. But no, it did not cut off my ability to see out my back window if I need to. I love it. And just like window tinting, this is gonna need some time to properly cure. Man, I just love how good that looks. So, sunshine for a couple days and then some rain. Perfect. We'll get hot, we'll get cold, we'll get some moisture. I love that there. I am really pleased. I will mention a lot of planning went into this. I really, really wanted to make it fit the existing decals and everything. So, I mean, but I'm especially pleased at how the back looks because that just looks stock, like that came that way. Great advertising for the channel, and now there'll be no doubt. If you see me somewhere in any state in the country, you'll know it's me. And I got free stickers inside, so give me a knock during normal hours, like 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. only, and you can meet Jax and say hi to us around the country. For right now, we're going to stay in the Northwest, and I'm meeting up with some friends, and I'm not going to film for a whole day. Just going to hang out. So, but I have one more repair to make before we do that. So let's jump into that real quick. RV repairs. They are inevitable. I do share them with you guys. Oftentimes because I like doing the repairs myself and making them stand up sturdier. We all know that RVs are put together very, very cheaply. It never ceases to amaze me what you will find sometimes in these RVs. They're just not built for full-time use, and we have to admit that and understand that as a full-time RVer, that they are not going to be suitable, and they are not going to stand the test of time. But if we make better fixes, if we put a little ingenuity into this, we can make things better. So I just went into one of my two closets this morning to grab a shirt and saw this disaster in here. Hang on, let me find the piece that is supposed to be hanging all of my clothes up right now. There it is. This tiny little piece of aluminum is supposed to hold clothes in this closet. Not to mention, screwed into a hollow piece up here of I think, 1/4-inch plywood to hold clothes. What, 4 shirts? Maybe? Isn't 4 shirts going to be too much for this? So, we're going to jerry-rig this thing and make it work. I'm going to fix them both because I guarantee you, this one is going to have the same exact problem. It's going to pull out by those tiny little screws in this tiny little piece of aluminum rack. Let's go outside. I went over to the Big Orange store here in Lacey and got a 2-pack of metal closet pole sockets. And I got some wood. I got a couple 2x4s here, and I got the closet pole. It actually says closet pole right on it. So I am going to build these up the side so that these have something more to grip into. These will be bolted into the sidewall. That way we're not going to be putting any of that pressure, that hanging stuff on that tiny little piece of plywood above the closet, but instead it'll be built on a sturdy rail centered on the sides of both closets, like a normal home would probably have these built in their normal closet. So got everything I need for about $32 to make sure that my 2 closets will never have this problem again. Alrighty, so outside I've got my 4 boards cut. These are the side rails. I have already drilled and got my screws already put in, ready to go right into the side wall of the 2 closets inside. Okay, the first 2 sidewall supports are in. We are using the bottom of this closet as support, not necessarily the walls, and definitely not going to be using the ceiling up here. Again, here are the screws they were using to bolt it into this flimsy ceiling to hold clothes, which is ridiculous. Yeah, we didn't quite come up to the top, about 1/4 inch up there. That's because I bought 2 2x4s, and this is about 49 inches, not 48. And I needed 4 of them. But it's going to work because we're going to mount the poles next, right? The pole holders right there on top. Also, for the record, I opted for the metal pole holders, not the plastic ones they sell for about $2 cheaper. Just spend $2 more and get metal and make it work one time, right? There we go. And you can see, being about 1/2 inch short on each top here didn't even matter, because you can't put these all the way to the top anyway. You still got to get the rod in there, and you got to be able to have room for the hanger to get up there. So I got just enough room. I'll go measure this length right here, cut my first pole, we'll put this in, and we'll start hanging some clothes. Always wear eye protection, blah, blah, blah. Let me tight fit, but there we go. That is about as sturdy a hanger rack as you can possibly get. Yes, I lost about, what, 1.5 inches on both sides, but it's well worth the sacrifice. And I added, what, about 8 ounces of wood to the entire RV after both sides. If you're terribly concerned about 8 ounces of wood to make this stuff work, then, well, I don't really know what else to say. Let's hang some clothes and see how it works. There we go. I honestly don't think I could be any happier with how this project turned out. I have fixed this, so this problem will not ever happen in the lifespan that I own this RV. Next, since I have the wood and everything, before this one breaks as well and falls out of the ceiling, I will do the same thing to this closet, and we'll be good to go. Sorry for the length of this video. There's just a lot going on. But I'm feeling really good here. Now, my high-CU security system, all of a sudden the hard drive crashed after just less than a week of having this. This hard drive crashed on me. It's a 3 terabyte that it comes with it. It stopped writing. It has completely failed. It's a piece of junk. So I went into Walmart and I opened up my security system. I'm going to mount in this solid state. It's only a 500 gigabyte, so probably won't get 3 months out of it. But I'm putting in a solid state hard drive there, and I'm going to make an annotation in my security video. I'm going to leave a comment and pin it, because for traveling with vibrations, you do not want a mechanical drive. So that is the one thing that I overlooked and I realized here after my hard drive failed, is that you're either going to want to find a system that has a solid state drive, or you're going to want to swap it out for a solid state drive yourself if you can get a good deal. And the cool part is the base does come with the screw holes that fit the smaller hard drive, so it's screwed and mounted in there correctly. So they knew people were going to be making this upgrade because they probably put in a really cheap hard drive to start with. But I got to format this, plug it back in, and hopefully we'll be back to working order. All right, system initializing, at least it powered back up. That's a good sign. Configuring network, and hard disk hasn't been formatted. Yeah, I know. I want it to be formatted though. See, hard drive setup, we'll click format, and yes, there's nothing on it. You go ahead and do your thing. Format succeed, woohoo! Let's see, over here, there's a little running man. We are recording, good to go, okay. Man, if every RV fix ended this well with that kind of completion, like, yes, I did it, I'd be feeling pretty good on the road, right? I would. That's it. So, I'll catch up with you guys in a couple days. Bye-bye.